Welcome to RoxTalks. My name is Roxanne Wilson, and this is the podcast that helps direct marketers grow their business on Instagram. I am so excited to be here with you all today, and I know it's been a while, but life happens, and I promise I'll share some of those things with you as we go along. But I really want to give you a look at what this season is all about for RoxTalks. We're going to get nitty gritty and really help you grow your business. What I've learned and what I found is that entrepreneurs, direct marketers, have the grit, have the desire, but don't have the know-it-all. No one's told you, it's not your fault, how to grow your business on Instagram. Instagram was created, it's fantastic, but what we find is that there's no manual. So you either just kind of try and figure it out yourself, or you find someone like me who's figured it out with my background and with my love for Instagram, and I'm here to help you and help you make it happen. Each day I help hundreds of network marketers grow their business on Instagram, and so this podcast is dedicated to that. In episodes, you're going to hear from some of my clients and hear their journey and what's helped them grow their business. You're going to hear from some of the top leading people in network marketing and in entrepreneurship who are going to help you really get the tidbits that you need. And you're going to get a little bit of mindset. Yes, I said mindset, to get you in the right mindset to do what you're doing, as well as tech tips. Because gosh, it's great to do these things, but if you don't know how to do them or how to work some of these new things that Instagram comes out with, then you're missing the boat on ways that you can grow your business. So that's what it's all about. Today, it's going to be just me giving you really a framework for all of that. So we're going to talk more about that. So sit back, get ready, and we're going to get into it. All right, so we're going to start on what I call the Instagram sales journey. And this is a journey from the beginning all the way to big sales, massive sales. And it all starts with something called your target market. I call that ground zero, because what I've learned is in network marketing, and I say learned, being a network marketer, it was very interesting to me to come from a home shopping background where I was a host and director of sales, and then go into network marketing and be told that your market is everyone with skin, or everyone who's near you, or everyone who's anyone. And that's just not the way business works. Network marketing is no different from another business. Your target market cannot possibly be everyone, because if it's everyone, then you're talking to no one. And what I found was, although it sounds refreshing when you hear things like everyone with skin, when you get into it, it makes it super confusing, super overwhelming, and it stops you from being able to really be effective. 81% of women say that companies don't know them, that they don't feel like they've taken the time to know them. You don't want to be one of those people, but if you're talking to everyone, your target market is going to feel like that. So step one is really honing in on your target market. And it's not this is probably the least enjoyable part, because if you've really bought into that bag of goods, that lie that you've been told that it's everyone, it's going to take a while. It's going to take a few episodes, maybe even a season, I don't know, to get me to knock through and crack that shell. So you start to really think about your target market as specifically drilled down, someone that you know, that you hang out with, that you can like, to the point that, meaning that you know them that well, you've figured out who they are, that you've named them, maybe even written, or maybe even have an avatar for them. Like, and I say avatar, I'm like, you draw them, you know their hair color, get it that honed in, which means they can't be everyone. That's what we're going to work on. That's what we're going to talk about. And you're going to hear from people who've gone through that and see the benefits of that. That's number one. The next part, or ground zero, I should say, the next part of the journey is really opening up shop on Instagram. And that seems simple, but that's actually the number one mistake that network marketers are making on social media. Treating Instagram like it's Facebook, treating it like every other social media, and it's not. There are right ways and wrong ways to make sure that your Instagram is effective, that makes sure that it's a storefront that people want to actually be at and hang out at. Think about it. Starbucks sells coffee, yes, but a lot of people go in Starbucks and they just hang out. Why? Because they've made it a place where people want to do that. You want to make your Instagram a place where people want to do that. And so we'll talk about how you do that and how you make sure, and things you want to make sure you're doing so you don't so you don't make it a place where people don't want to hang out, where they're just in and out, or they're not even in at all. That's step one. So you got zero, you got ground zero, then step one. Step two is your Instagram stories. It's my happy place. As you know, my membership site all started with that 5-day Instagram stories challenge, which you haven't done. Oh my gosh, you should. It takes you through how to really create a story. Now, I'm all about creating a story that increases your followers, increases your engagement, increases your business. And through this podcast, I'm going to show you and talk to you about things you can do to make sure that you're doing that, because that's the place where you're growing. In fact, right now, it is the number one place on social media, number one place on all of social media, all of it, where people are seeing growth, big business and small alike, because stories is where it's at. That's where people are hanging out on Instagram, and it's causing businesses to blow up. So we want your business to blow up with that. And then the next step is sliding in the DMs. It's like the bar of Instagram. I love it. But there's a way to do it, and there's a way not to do it. And we'll talk about how to slide into DMs. I'll give you tips. You'll hear from people who are masters at sliding in the DMs in a way that is inviting and not creepy. The next step, once you have people know, liking, trusting you, talking to you, sliding in the DMs, doing that thing, is a lead generator. This is huge. Another thing that is not taught in direct sales is how to create a lead generator that is something that is beneficial for your clients, but also gives them a reason to give you their email address. Email addresses are not gone. Emails are not dead. I think people think that emails are going the way of the fax machine, and that's just not the case. Think about, or go look right now and see how many emails you have from your Costco and from your Nordstrom and from your stores. You probably have one a day, and in the holiday season, multiple a day. Why? Well, because they're working. Do you think that these big companies, do you think Amazon would spend time sending you emails if it wasn't working? Absolutely not. So why aren't we doing emails? We should be. And we're going to talk about how to do a lead generator to encourage people to give you their email, so you can put them on their email list. From that, it's all about creating and cultivating a list, nurturing them so that when it's time, they want to join your business. They want to buy your product. They want to advocate for you vehemently with other people. That is the Instagram sales journey. You do that, you master that, you do that consistently, you will see growth. And that is what we're going to talk about here on the show, as well as other surprises and goodies. But I want you to kind of think about the Instagram sales journey. And actually, if you go to the podcast page, there is a download that you can get that actually shows you the Instagram sales journey. You can visually see it and get the goods on it so you can really grasp it. That site is roxannewilson.com/RoxTalks. And that is where you're going to find all that I just talked about, and you're going to see that. Okay? All right, so we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to be back with some mindset. Do you feel like your Instagram stories need a little help, maybe a lot of help? Are you wondering why other people are getting and growing on Instagram and you're just staying the same? Well, I invite you to join me with Social Stories. Social Stories is a membership site that helps network marketers grow their business, grow their engagement, grow their followers, all on Instagram. Every day, I send you a storyboard that will give you exactly what to talk about on your stories that helps you engage with your customers. It helps you engage with your target market. It helps you engage with your future business partners. The success rate of those in social stories is immense. People are seeing great results because it works. And I invite you to join me on Social Stories. To find out more about Social Stories, go to roxannewilson.com/social stories. See you there. If I've learned one thing over, I don't know, my 40 years, or maybe just the last year, I don't know, my 40th year, I've learned that your mindset is not something, it is everything. You literally determine how you're going to see the day, how you're going to see your business, how you're going to see your growth, and that determines your success. And so I want you to think about right now, right here, where you are in your business and where you want to be in your business. And then I want you to ask yourself why you're not there yet. If you're making a list of things and the things are things that don't look internally to you, things like, well, my company changed their plan, the tech stinks, my people aren't paying attention, la 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 la, and you don't have any you in there, I want you to take a minute and like flip that script. Because I'm not saying it's all your fault, but I'm saying you need to take responsibility for it. We can't begin to change. We can't begin to improve. We can't begin to be successful business owners if we don't decide to take responsibility for what's happening in our life. If it's happening to you, then there's nothing you can do about it. But if you have control over it, if you are taking responsibility for it, then you can go back and figure out how you can fix it in the future or how you can avert it. So rather than blaming others, blaming things that are out of your control, and they may be, you decide and determine what you're going to do about it and how you are going to have control of it. Because ultimately, we are in control of our business and we're in control of what we do. So my challenge to you is this. Think about where you are in your business. Think about where you want to be. And then make a list of the reasons you're not there. Any reason on that list that has to do with something else, I want you to rewrite it and talk about how you are responsible for it or what you can do to take responsibility and make that change. I would love to hear feedback on this, whether you love, hate, or whatever, what I've just told you, or what you're going to do to take responsibility for your business today. I would love to hear that. Will you please email me at roxanne@roxannewilson.com. I would love to hear it, and I might even highlight it on the next show. Do you feel like you're technologically advanced, or do you feel like you're the back of the class when it comes to technology? Well, regardless, I'm going to take a minute every episode and give you a tech tip that is going to help you speed up your business process, speed up the things that you have to do, all of the things that you have to do, and make it a little bit easier or a lot easier on Instagram and beyond. And today we're going to talk about what I love to call copy and paste. But before we talk about that, I feel like I need to tell you this. Most of these tips are going to be applicable to Apples. Why? Because I'm an Apple lover, and I love, if you're an Android user and you're here, I'm so glad you're here, but I don't know how to, and I haven't taken the time to learn. So I'm taking responsibility. See how I did that? How to do it on Android. So my apologies, but this can give you the knowledge to either A, get an Apple iPhone, did I say that? Or B, go ahead and Google what I've told you and see how it can be done on the Android. So today we're going to talk about copy and paste, which I love. So yes, you could get an additional app for your Instagram stories, and you can get, different collages and use those all and have all the pictures. And that is one way to do it, but it takes time, and ain't nobody got time for that unless you want to. So this is how you do it without that. And I will show a video, I'm telling you, but there will be a video on the page so you can watch this in action. So what you're going to do is you're going to open up your Instagram stories. You've got that open up. Awesome. You're going to go over to your photos. And when you see the photo that you want, you click down below at that little arrow. I should do this like visibly so I can see it. So make sure I'm giving you the right, like I'm doing it in my mind, but I'm just going to do it. Yeah. So the arrow, there's the box with the arrow going up. You're going to click on the box with the arrow going up on the left-hand bottom side of your phone. Then you're going to see something that says, you're going to see like message and all those, and then you're going to see print copy. Copy. You're going to click on copy. That's going to copy it. You're going to go back over to your Instagram stories. When you go back over to your Instagram stories, a little thing should pop up at the bottom. It's like a little sticker, and you click on that sticker and magically your image appears. Ta-da! It's amazeballs. Now what I should say is this: when you're in Instagram stories to begin with, pick the main picture you want, or like click on it, you have your main picture, but then you can keep copy and pasting and add extra pictures. You can make your own collage, and it's so much faster and so much easier than downloading an app and taking all the time to put it in the app the way that you want it. You can put it in Instagram the way you want it. So again, copy and paste. If you want to see that in action, go to the podcast page, roxannewilson.com/RoxTalks, and you'll see exactly how to do it right there. When you do it, will you do me a favor? Will you please tag me at RoxTalks on Instagram? I will absolutely positively share your copy and paste tech tip on my Instagram story as well too. Okay. Before we wrap up today's podcast, I feel like it has flown by. I want to give you a little behind the scenes about what's going on in the world of Roxanne. I know it's been a while since we've talked, and I have missed you terribly. I will say that since we've last talked, with some life changes in a good way, I've really honed in on my passion, and my passion is to help you, network marketers, grow your business through social media, through Instagram, and that is what I am focused on in a big way, which means that since we last talked, I had launched my membership site, Social Stories, but now it's grown in leaps and bounds, over 100 members, and I've grown into an actual program called Instagram like an MLM boss that helps people who want to get that Instagram story sales journey going even more deeply, more efficiently, more effectively. I help them with group coaching as well as one-on-one coaching, really seeing effects and the impact of that, as well as doing one-on-one coaching. And I have loved every bit of it. I am going to every week give you a little insight into how that's going and my journey with that, because I think it's important for you to hear how my business is doing as you embark on your own businesses, and just see that it's not always roses, but it is always so worth it. So that, like I said, I really took August was a moment where I decided to really invest in that. I actually I got a coach-ish program, I should say, that I've been doing that has really helped just like see the big picture and see how I can impact people. And I'm going to say it out loud. My goal is to impact 1 million network marketers. Not there yet, but I will be. And I'm so excited that you're going to be on this journey with me. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the different things I'm offering, how it's going, so you can see how you can implement, maybe be inspired to implement some of that in your life. Can't believe I said the goal, but I did. 1 million. That's the goal. Also, I want to thank you so much for listening. I think you're really going to enjoy this. The guests are phenomenal. You're going to get something out of every single episode. But what I'd love for you to do, if you could just tell me what you got out of the episode. What did you learn? What did you take away? And tag me on Instagram with it. Please do. RoxTalks. I will not only highlight it, but that will tickle me pink. And also, if you haven't subscribed to RoxTalks, let's get on the stick and subscribe. Go to wherever you listen to podcasts, whether that's Apple, Stitcher, Google Play. What else am I on? Spotify. I'm on all those. So find RoxTalks and please subscribe. I so appreciate you and all that you're doing to grow your business. And I'm just thinking of me as your friend here to help you along that journey so that you can get not only more followers and get more engagement, but more business, darn it. That's what it's all about. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching or listening, however you are getting in your podcast today. And we'll see you next week with some more exciting information that's going to help you grow. Take care.